Now you're ready to borrow books. So as you see on the upper right corner, we are in Palm Desert Library. I selected that library to begin my search. So there's a few things. If you don't know what you want to borrow right now, for example, you just want to browse, you can tap. So you see these on the top, it says newest, popular, random, available now. Those are filters or tags that you can tap on and they will show you relevant books to that tag. So available now is a good one because that means they're available now. You won't have to put them on hold or wait for them. So we'll just pick a random book here. Emily Henry's Funny Story. So this is an audiobook, and the way I can tell right away is, for one, it's a square instead of a rectangle, but also you'll see these two little headphones at the bottom that says 11 hours. That's the total listening time for the audiobook. If you did a regular ebook, I scroll down here and you see Remarkably Bright Creatures. It is a rectangle and there's no listening time. So that's just like a quick way to see things. So we're just going to stick with ebooks for now. But Remarkably Bright Creatures, you can tap Read Sample and it will load a sample right in the app that you can read. And you can scroll here. You'll see the page numbers change. Presumably you're reading from the first page. So here is the book and you just swipe to go to different pages. Now this is just a sample, so it's 59 pages. But eventually you're like, wow, this is great. I want to read the rest. You can tap the middle of the screen and hit back and it'll take you to the book. So now you want to borrow it. All you have to do is tap borrow and you'll see right to the right, you see 0 out of 5 loans, 0 out of 7 holds. That's the capacity for your account. So we haven't done anything. So I have taken 0 loans or 0 holds. So I have full capacity right now. I can do up to 5 loans and up to 7 holds on my account. Borrowing for, it says 14 days. That's what it defaults to. If you tap it, you can actually go longer in many cases. So you can tap and do 21 days if you wanted to tap, or if you wanted to borrow for longer, or you know you're going to be fast and you want to borrow it for 7 days. So this is a sample, or this is just an example. So I'm going to do 7 days and then you're going to tap borrow. So now it is borrowing. You will have the option to manage your notifications. We can look at that at another time, but I'm just going to say not now to kind of keep us on track. Now at this point, you successfully borrowed it. You're going to see that it's borrowed until the 2nd of April, 2025 in this case. You can hit read with. You can keep browsing. So keep browsing will take you back to where we were previously so you can look for more books, or you can go to your shelf. And your shelf is where, as you borrow more books, that's where it's kind of like your home base. It's your shelf. So you'll see all the books that you have out and their statuses. Read with is important, especially if you have a Kindle. So as you saw, you can read right within the app. But if you do have a Kindle, then you can select to read with your Kindle. And this is something you can also make a default setting. So I'm going to hit back. If you go and you hit that bottom center button on your account, read books with, that is under notifications and accessibility, you can select Kindle if you have a Kindle. So I had already downloaded this book to Libby, but if I wanted to download it to Kindle, if I had, it would already be there. So this is kind of just telling me we're going to remove the download because you're going to do a Kindle version. And so what happens in that case is if you download with Kindle, it's going to take you to the the Amazon store, just like a Kindle book. But instead of purchasing the book, it's going to say, would you like to borrow this book? So you're going to hit yes. And because it's linked to your Kindle, borrowing through Amazon is going to put the book right in your Kindle. So let's go to our bookshelf. That way we can go back to that book. So to the right of that center button, that book, that is the shelf. And you'll see that I have 1 loan, I have 0 holds, no notices. So we are now in the bookshelf, I only have one book out, but you may see as you add, you'll see more books. So you can tap. If I were to select Kindle, it would send me again to the Amazon store to borrow a book. And when you borrow it, it's going to automatically load it to the Kindle account associated with your Amazon account. For ease of use here, I'm just going to select Libby so we can see it in Libby. And just like the sample, it is going to open up, but now you have all of the books. So before it was only 59-page sample. Now you're seeing all 585 pages. And you can just tap and you can swipe to read. If you're done, you can tap the center screen. There's a bunch of things you can do here. Like if I tap that A, I can change the appearance. I can make text bigger. I can go dark or sepia or bright. So there's all these fun things you can do. And then let's say I read to page 11 and I want to hold my place. I can tap that little bookmark that's peeking out on the upper right-hand corner to save my place in the book. Now let's do an audiobook quick because it's going to look a little different. So this one is available because it says borrow, meaning it's available. If we hit borrow, I'm just going to say 14 days. I'll be returning these. And I can tap open audiobook. And it's very similar to reading the book, but now I have a play button. So if I tap play, you'll start to hear the audiobook play. Now, what if a book is not available? So let's look, I'm gonna look up a hot title right now. So I'm gonna go back to the library at the top, or at the bottom left, you see that magnifying glass? That is how you can search for books. So I hit that, and now at the top, I'm gonna type in James. That's a hot title right now. Let's see if that's available. So it looks like James is out with someone else because it says place hold. It won't let me borrow. Now, something else I can do or inquire, because remember we have partner libraries. You see that little library card in the upper right, that purple and blue card. If I tap it, I can see what the deal is with these other libraries. Now, in this case, neither of the other libraries have a copy. You'll see it says 3 copies in use at the Palm Desert Library, 11 people waiting in total, 4 people waiting per copy. This is a very hot book right now, so you probably won't encounter this often unless you're looking for a very popular book, hopefully. And again, the more libraries you add from our partner libraries, your chances may go up in finding a book. But I just wanted to show you the benefit or how cool it is where you can look for one title and then search all your libraries within that just by tapping that little card on the upper right. But now James isn't available, but I'd like to get in line with those other people. I can tap place hold. It's telling me it's about 8 weeks. Place hold. All right, and you should be notified through the app if you have your notifications set when that hold is available. And just like a hold at the library, when it becomes available to you, you'll have to go in and borrow the book. So now we're going to go to the shelf. And again, if you go down, now we're in the shelf. So now you'll see I have 2 loans because I took out 2 books. I have the audio book and the ebook. I'm tapping the shelf again to get me back to where I was. So that is how you borrow books through Libby, and how you can also check the status of a book you're looking at with our partner libraries that you have added to the account.